Hello everybody and welcome back to York River Cannabis. In this week's video, I'm going to teach you how we make CBD oil here on the farm. But first, if you're new here to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. So let's get right into how we make our CBD oil here on the farm. So obviously, first thing you're going to need is CBD hemp flower. Now, we grew this all year, and this is about 3.5 ounces. Now, they recommend Magic Butter Machine, which is what we're going to use. They recommend 7 to 14 grams per cup of oil. Your choice of oil, but the oil that I like to use here is MCT oil. Now, this is fractured coconut oil to pretty much just have no coconut flavor and monosaturated fats which cling on to CBD. So those are pretty much the two ingredients in our CBD oil. The next thing you're going to want to do is after you weigh out your flour and you figured out how many cups of oil you want to use. Now typically I do a 2-cup run and I will use about 12 grams of flour per cup. I just like that ratio. It seems to work really well. So you weigh it out on your scale and then you decarboxylate it. Now Magic Butter Machine has its own decarb box, but I just use aluminum foil and I put it in the oven at 250 degrees to 230 degrees. Really depends on where you want it, how fast you want it. Low and slow, I like to go with my decarb. And you're gonna wanna do it for 20 to 30 minutes. So that's what we're gonna start off with, so let's get right into how we make our CBD oil. Okay guys, so now we're going to turn on the oven. So first thing we're going to do for our oven here is we're going to hit the bake button. We're going to bring it down to 230 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're just going to hit start. And now while it's preheating, I'm going to weigh out my flour and put it on this aluminum foil. So I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've made our little container for our flour, and today we'll be using our Biox flour that we grew this summer. The next thing I'm going to do is, now that this is all good, I'm going to cover it up in more aluminum foil. So you want to make sure that it's nice and covered because you want to keep all of those terpenes in there. And you really don't want to lose a lot of that flavor, so to speak, from the bud. And then once we do that, I'll take a knife. It's almost like making a pie. You know, you're going to want to cut a couple holes in it, and that will let out any kind of moisture. So now we're going to stick it in the oven for about 25 minutes. Okay, so now we have decarboxylated our CBD hemp flour, which is right here. So this is pretty much what it looks like. It just gets a little bit darker, nothing crazy, but it activates that CBDA. And then what we're going to do is, I'm going to get all that in here. Alright, so that was approximately 24 grams of CBD hemp flour. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 cups of our MCT oil. Now the reason why I prefer MCT oil is because it's just the best carrier for this CBD. You can use coconut oil and you can use olive oil and a bunch of other oils, but MCT really holds it the best. And it has the most monosaturated fats per serving. So there is our 2 cups of MCT oil. And we're just going to add it right into the machine. Get that all in there. Okay. And that's it, guys. With the Magic Butter Machine, it's a set it and forget it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to lock this thing on. We're going to plug it in. Okay, now if you can see the buttons here, and I'll try to pull it up a little closer to the camera. You're going to be able to see these flashing buttons. First, you're going to want to go to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And I like to do it for 4 hours because this is an oil tincture. And that's it. Now it's good to go. And you'll see the light starting. This is starting the process of making the CBD oil. And the great thing is, guys, there's no food processor, there's no mess. You can do this a whole bunch of other ways, but I really love my Magic Butter machine because this is a no mess, set it and forget it thing. So we'll see you in 4 hours, and you'll be able to see the final product. All right, everybody, so the CBD oil is complete. Now, I didn't catch it in time, but the whole thing illuminates like blue and red and pink. And once it's done, it'll start flashing. So this thing is ready to take out. So now we're going to go through the process of extracting our oil from the material in the Magic Butter machine. So as you can see, it is all over the place in here. And so what you should have is a spatula of some sort. I just have a silicone one, which is what a lot of people use, I guess, for this machine. I don't think it's necessary, but what you're going to do is you're just going to try to get all this material off the butter machine as best you can. You know, you can drive yourself crazy trying to get it all off, but you want to get the majority of it. A lot gets up underneath it. So that's pretty good for me. And then what you're going to do is you're going to kind of like scoop the sides. You're going to want to get it all in there. Okay. So we are probably going to get less than 2 cups. So I'm going to get my bigger because you're going to have to take this. Now, Magic Butter gives you what they call the Love Glove and the Micron bag. This is to extract all the plant material. So you want to carefully get all that oil in there. Now you use your spatula again. Get as much of it in there as you can. You can see down in there, there's still quite a bit. So that's what I'm trying to get out right now. It smells awesome, you guys. All right, that'll be good enough for now. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to get your silicone glove on your dominant hand. So for me, I'm a right-handed person. You're going to pick it up and you're going to squeeze that bag as best you can. You're going to want to extract all that oil out of there. If you can see it, still coming out of there. Okay, and that's it. There's your CBD oil, and I'll show you the finished product here. So that is MCT CBD oil. Now what I'll do after this is I will put it in a bottle like this, a food grade. You can buy these at Walmart or Dollar Tree for less than $1. And then I will use it to fill these CBD vials. So that's it for today's video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would really appreciate it. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Those links will be in the link description below. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.